mind, now I know where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind, now I know where to go. Where do I go? But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. Yeah. I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether we're alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, that's all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame. But all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain.
Eat your vegetables!
One last chicken, I'll be gone. Make it count, put the flash on. Never really felt like I belong, so I'll be on my way and I won't be long. I'll be dead by dawn. 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 Scrolling through my texts, she ain't done left them right.
Scrolling through. Oh, hey. What's up, everybody? Hello, happy Monday. It is April 22nd, 2024, guys. spring's coming. Spring's here. It's been in and out, but there is something else. I just saw recently all of the big personalities out there and other different pundits and correspondents. They're all now pushing. They're back in the big swing since we have election season. They're in the swing of pushing the survival food bins, right? The 30-day survival bin of rations or whatever, right?
Yep.
I contest. Maybe okay, it's a good idea, not a bad idea. It's like it's long lasting and whatnot. But what's better? What's longer lasting than that, Steve-O? What do you think might be longer lasting than just buying a bunch of food that you can store?
I don't know. You also have to have hot water for those kits to work. Sometimes boiling water, or you can't eat them. So what do you prepare with? I know honey lasts forever. You can store honey for sure. Dry goods.
Maybe? I have an idea.
What is it?
The knowledge to grow your own food is what lasts longer than that.
I like that.
So I don't know if I could call that a trick question, but it was something I thought of, and I'm like, that's a good idea. Get you some rations, but maybe grow yourself some lettuce, or maybe figure out a potato or something. We're going to show you that tonight. We got a lot in store for you guys tonight. A lot of exciting things going on both sides of the fence here. And we definitely hope that you will stay and watch through the segments. I'm going to get my seeds on and fill these trays with some microgreen seeds later on after we show off our main content. And of course we got other things we're going to show you and talk about. But first, before we do, please hit that like button, share us out with your friends, and if you haven't yet already, follow the channel and follow Siir SteveO as well. If you're not on that side, and if you're on that side, come and follow me as well. I really suggest that you would go. Not suggest. I strongly invite you to go to both sides and tickle both algorithms for us. Hit the like buttons all over the place, like these bees here. They just, they're tag teaming things, hit them on both ends. Hey, we got Chaotic over on X. What's up, my guy? I've been watching your tweets. You're on fire lately. Already liked and shared. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Cat is in the house tonight too. What's up, Cat?
Yeah, we got Cat. Cat came up to hang out with us to check out game night last night.
Oh,
that was
good.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm here and never leaving. I'm staying. Okay. We got Terry over on the Rumble. Thank you, Terry. I really appreciate the Rumble action because for some reason I'm getting kind of my visibility. Even though my follower count's gone up, like it just seems like they're kind of messing with the algorithm over there. I don't know. So if anybody can help us out over there, I really appreciate it. I saw Margaret over there as well, and on the X too. Margaret, thank you. And Chaotic shared us out. Guys, really appreciate all the help for sure. We got Pearl on the YouTube. Thank you very much. Even YouTube can be, like I find myself going to Rumble more often now for like specific things.
Mm-hmm.
I go to YouTube for I guess, I don't know, kid-friendly stuff is mostly on YouTube. I don't mean for my kid. I mean, like, if I'm going to look up something that's, like, pretty mundane, like instructions on something or whatever, like, then you probably still find it on YouTube, but otherwise.
Yeah.
What's up, Bobbert? Yeah, man, we're grabbing your butt all day long. Thanks for coming by. We got Little Pecker in the house.
Hey, buddy.
Pecker, what's up, my guy?
What's going on?
Thanks for hanging out. I do have a couple of giveaways I'm going to do for my subscribers later. We forgot to give away one of the sponsored prizes on game night, so we're going to be doing that and another spin as well. If you haven't gotten your number from the pinned post over at Locals, you want to do that. It's going to be a weekly thing. I don't want to keep drudging on about it, but yeah, every week there'll be a post there to get yourself into these random giveaways. You won't have to be at that show whenever the wheel spun, but I'll do a live spin randomly on one of my shows, And if you have come in that week already, got your number, you're in there. You're in there.
Right on.
So,
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Find the post and make your comment, and you get a number.
I usually put a picture on it too. I find a picture to throw in there. I have my son and I in there from our trip to the zoo. So it was a fun
You
picture.
guys looked really happy. Really happy. I love that picture.
It was rainy. It was starting to rain a little bit, but we did get in a couple hours at the zoo, and you know, it was a little bit sad. Some of the animals at the zoo were sad. Peace out, fam. Uncle Dazza gotta go.
Hey, Dazza.
Have a skin cancer cutout. I'm not sure what that means, but I hope you're not wishing for it. But yeah, so let me check real fast if my other pictures came through. I forgot to take some pictures of the pineapple until just now, and that's not a euphemism, guys. If you watched last week's episode, I got a pineapple from the store, store bought, ate the pineapple, kept the top of it, and finally got that thing to. I was actually scared to do it again. I thought, I'm doing something wrong. I'm not going to do it. It won't work. I had the same attitude that a lot of people have when they haven't even tried to grow anything. It's a similar thing where it's like, I can't do that. It's not going to grow. I thought I messed it up once. I probably can't do it, you know, but I went ahead and tried it again because I love pineapple. And I bought another pineapple, and I'm like, well, this was like a month or two later. But I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. I tried a different method, though. Have you ever had a clone machine or cloner? You know, just like a small thing with water circulating.
I have a small one, yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people do that. And it's basically just circulating water. Sometimes you have an air stone in there, maybe.
I do.
And really that's all my aquaponics system is doing. It just also happens to have the fish, you know, all of that microbiology going on in there. So there's a lot added, I guess, as far as nutrients, but having that bubbling system moving around and stuff is basically a clone machine. And I think that's why I've had success in there with a lot of things. I can cut off certain things, especially things like basil. I can just cut a piece of basil, stick it in there, and it's going to root like almost without fail.
Well, you've taken some cuttings and actually have started some cannabis cuttings that way as well. That started to take off too.
Yeah, I did. They do start well. I get the roots started easy, but then there's something, I don't know if it's pH. We're going to check the pH right now, actually, while we're talking here before I show you the pictures. I'm going to throw my pH meter in there. And I actually brought myself a little cup of water so I don't have to walk away to wash the tip this time. But just the tip. Don't wash the whole thing, guys. Just the tip.
That's what it says. Directions.
All right. So in the air, it's sitting at 7.5. Started off at 8.4. 8.3, and this is, remember, I didn't keep up the pH every day after that because I only had a small bottle. There is some still left, but I wanted to see how fast it goes up. 8.1 now. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to try to keep my eye on it. I'm going to pull up the pictures that we'll actually just look at the pineapple first. What do you think?
Yeah, let's check that out. Since we're on the subject. I know last week it had one hell of a nice long, one good one that was real long.
There were two. You're
right, but give me the one that was really long though.
They looked weird. They almost look out of place. Maybe I can look at last week's real fast as well because it's not like it's that far in there.
And in the center, it looked like it may have been rooting right in the middle with a bunch of roots. So I'm interested in seeing what that looks like this week too.
You might be surprised, actually. It's one of these. This one. I did find it. The first one I picked, found it. All right.
What's up, Kenny? Justin?
So feast your eyes on last week's picture. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I posted this in shouts out to Garden Cartel on Facebook, big group over there. They love the plant pictures. And so you got to give me 2 on this one for sure.
I give you 2. Yeah.
But the one is you're right. There is one that's for sure longer. But then you have all these like I don't know if that's a worm. That could be because I did have worms. I put some worms in the system on purpose. They actually do. I want to put more in there, to be honest. And this is a side note. I did this a couple weeks ago. I didn't take any video. I put a couple of worms. I didn't rinse them off, but I kind of like shook the dirt off of them, and then put them in the fish tank to watch the fish just go crazy on them. And they didn't go. They did go at it, but not crazy. The worm just kind of sank. So I don't know what happens there. I guess the bottom feeders will eat it. But then secondarily, I decided I'm like, you know what? My worm bin is really full of these roly-polies, and we found out they're not an issue. They're not like harmful or anything, right?
Right.
So I started grabbing these roly-polies, man, and tossing one at a time into the fish tank. And they're swimming, they're keeping on the surface, but then the fish are just coming at their legs.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some video of this, man. It's actually really, this could be a really cool way to get rid of my roly-polies as they grow in the bin, as a secondary, option. But anyway, back to the pictures this week. We're going to show.
Hell yeah.
So we'll start with this one. If you could keep the comments in your periphery for me, sir.
Gotcha.
Hey, what's up, Perry?
Perry's here. Margaret's here. What's going on, everybody? Segroy.
So, hi, Heather. What's up, Kenny? What's up, Alan? Florida hippie dude. Margaret Jet shouts out to our newest sponsor on game night.
Yeah.
MJ's Baked Goods.
MJ's and they are good.
Oh, before this thing shuts off, I'm sitting at 7.9. So it did bounce up quite a bit. I don't know that I'm gonna have to keep up on it then. Just a constant dab of that, like a cap full of this pH down every day, or at least every other day. Anyway, so here's what it looks like on the surface before I disturbed it. So what I did was I pulled it up out of these pebbles so that we could see some pretty pictures and stuff. But that's what I told you immediately afterwards. I was like, I feel like I just damaged these roots. Not terribly, but you'll see.
Oh boy.
So here you go.
Wow.
Yeah. So it definitely improving, definitely movement, right? Not just like a slow growth, but completely missed game night yesterday. That's all right, Alan. I appreciate you saying that, because I know some people actually enjoy it. So you might have fallen asleep like someone else did out there. I don't know if he's out there today, but hey, what's up, Justin? Go ahead.
I wonder if before those roots get too tangled up in there and stuff, if maybe you should go ahead and transplant that in the soil.
You're probably right.
Because it's going to grow. This thing is wanting to grow, brother. I think you got a pineapple.
How long? Oh, I didn't even look yet at how long it takes a pineapple to grow, but I heard it was a long time.
I thought it was months on a pineapple, yeah. Let me look it up.
All right, 7.9 was the max there, so it didn't go down any more than that. For once, I actually caught it before it shut off. But yeah, I did take a little video of this too. I'm pretty excited about it. I think you're right, though. I should probably get it. I have plenty of extra pots. No pun intended.
According to Google, Waylon, a pineapple clone can take 18 months to 3 years to develop, even in ideal conditions.
Say it again. Up to 3 years.
18 months up to 3 years.
I mean, it would be a cool plant to chill on and check
It
it
would.
out as I go. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure the other thing I heard was that you only can get like one pineapple out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So why can't I go? Huh? Gotta go this way. Okay.
Turp farmer agrees 1 to 3 years. Yes.
And you only get like one, right? Can't wait to see how it turns out. Yeah, it's gonna look cool, Justin, but it won't be. It'll just be like this little baby pineapple for a while. I wonder if you can split it in half and get two.
Oh, I wouldn't see why not.
It would be tough. It would be hard to cut in half. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because you got to have some of the leaves, right? So maybe not in half. It might be like I might be able to shave off like a third of it with roots, you know. Heather says, no, mine's now producing a second one. Okay.
Oh.
So maybe it's like a chance for one to three, maybe, or something like that. Hey, what's up, Colin?
Hey,
What's up,
Colin.
my guy? We got Heather says that, yeah, she's got one starting a second one. Okay. There's I know. Okay. So here's underneath. So those other ones that you thought were like, those aren't, I don't think those are necessarily roots. Or maybe they're fibers from the core, because remember that's what meets up to that hard core of the centerpiece. So I'm not sure if maybe the roots are coming out of that. Maybe like this white this one here looks kind of like a root, but I don't know. So here was what I did was I set it back into this like puddle that I created there lightly. Man, but I know it's probably not the greatest idea for it. Here's a here you go. This is it. You actually get to see it.
Ouch.
But look how sturdy those roots are, though, man.
They are, man.
They're like branches or something. There's one in the bottom that's just like insane. And then I just was like, yeah, here, we'll just
put her down nice.
But I just set it down, and then I kind of disturbed the pebbles around it so that it would settle back in a little bit. So I didn't love that I did that, but but to your point, a transplant would fix that issue. I won't need to look at the roots anymore. I believe now from 2 weeks of checking it out, I think we got some, some growth going on now.
Well, you tripled the amount of roots at least from 1 week
right.
ago. Wow.
I want to say that it might grow, it might continue, it might actually be really good in the aquaponic system and grow faster.
Well, it sure likes it so far. It's really going after it.
I mean, you can actually make it grow faster. Now, the problem is, and this we've had this discussion before, but growing things indoors and the amount of light and everything and all of the conditions will change the amount of nutrients or the amount of flavor and things like that in the produce. And if you got a fruiting plant, especially one like this, I'm going to venture to say that it won't be as sweet if I do it. But in the aquaponic system, though, to push back against myself, it's going to be like, it's just packed full of nutrients in a nonstop motion of water. It may end up being really good. Just the sunlight, the grow lights that I have are going to be the only sort of limitation, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, that's true. Now you've got some of your old Blurple lights that you could stick in a corner with this thing, right? If you wanted to.
I could. I do have other lights, I guess. A couple other ones that might. There's a couple that I have. I'm just holding on to like old lights that don't work anymore. There's like 3 of them now that are just.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, well, at least I could get a few pounds of scrap, out of it or something like.
Well, you need a backup light too, just in case one of your other lights go down at some point. You might be glad you have it.
I have. Let's see. So the one that's above it is that Agro Bright. And so that one has got 8 T5, was it 4-foot LEDs?
Yep.
So that's pretty decent. I don't know if it needs more than that, but it might for fruiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michelle, I don't think pineapples like cold weather or snow. I think that they're definitely tropical fruit. Yeah.
Cullen, good point, man. It's like like to think the pineapple's listening to this right now. It's planning to pack a punch of vitamins and flavors for you, bro. Okay.
I love pineapple
and such. Yeah. Hey, we got, speaking of packing a punch of flavors, we got Ashley Huffman in the house. Ashley, what's up? We got Jenny from the block in the house. What's up, Jenny? Hello. Tim Brown. Tim, hello, my friend from X.
Yeah.
Where do the nutrients come from using this process? Well, very good question, my friend. I did actually take a little clip of the fish tank as well. So what happens in aquaponics specifically, now there is different ponixes, if you will. There is hydroponics, aquaponics, aeroponics, different things like that. Now, with that being said, you can have a mixture, and with me, the aquaponics is a use of the fish byproduct. So it's not just their waste, but like, bits of food, bits of, fish flakes, like all of the biomass can get converted into nitrites and nitrates that the plants need. Now, that process is using microbial bacteria. I'm trying to pull up this list here. The microbial bacteria, which is living in those clay pebbles, is where is the best place for them in my system anyway. What you do is you create a sort of a breeding ground area for them, which is usually using some kind of material or substrate that has a lot of surface area. And I've seen different things used. I happen to like clay pebbles because clay has a lot of different minerals in it. It's hard to really break it down into the water, but it is there for some of the plants. So the aquaponic system runs low on different minerals. There's certain minerals that you have to add back into it, and so it's not a perfect system, but that's mostly all you can get: nitrites and nitrates, and then you add in other things. If you want something like a pineapple that fruits, you're going to need more than nitrites and nitrates. I mean, I don't know. We're going to see what happens. It should be very interesting. Yet another experiment here at Maccabees Live Market. But thank you for the question, Tim.
Absolutely.
Responded. Yeah, actually, guys. So shouts out to Tim Brown here. This is I've talked about it before, but the Confident Speaking Space on X, and he actually runs a community, Confident Speaking the Confident Speaking Community, the CSC, he calls it for short. And on Saturdays he does, I get in there when I can, every couple Saturdays, but he does a space for, I think it's, what is it, Tim, 3 hours, 4 hours? It's for quite a while, but yeah, no problem at all. We definitely want more answers from people for what we're doing here. Now, let me pull up this other pack of pictures that I took. Anyway, so yeah, on Saturdays he does a space to sort of become more confident and effective communicators, is how he would put it. But it's a lot of different topics related to such, which, there's a lot of things connected to communicating. We have to talk to each other, right?
Yeah.
Here's the other set of pictures.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got Gabe in here, Ohio 420 or friendly 420. What's up, my guy?
What's up, Robert?
It's 11 to 1:30 Eastern. Thank you for that. Yes, I want to be correct when I'm speaking there. Yeah, Ashley does grow a lot of amazing stuff, Justin. You're right, man.
Yeah,
sure. What's up, Gabe? How you doing, man? All right. So what you see here are the potatoes. So we've all been waiting to look at these. Now they're kind of going insane, like all over the place.
I'd say
there's this one over here even that's going off. Like I have to walk back there to change it, to switch up my computer and stuff, and it's just going crazy. It's even got flowers on it down there.
Damn.
There are flowers all over it on the top, and I found out that's nightshade.
Mm-hmm.
That's nightshade, guys. That's a poison. These are poison. Now I knew the leaves were poisonous, but I did not know that the flowers were actually nightshade. So yes, Smashley, thank you for the compliment. It's barely being held up anymore by these yo-yos. It's crazy.
That is nuts.
And that's not even in the system. That's just getting water from it. Also, some worm castings from my personal.
Yeah.
Let's get off my live now. Playing in the garden. Germinated my ladies. Now time to go into the soil. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, you're gonna like what you see here soon. And cannabis warning for those of you that may be watching. Chaotic over on X. What's up? I have some potatoes from the grocery. How do I start them? That's what I did, actually. These potatoes came from like 3 years ago from a single potato from the grocery store, from me doing, and I've grown multiple harvests from that single potato. So yeah, I definitely could. The story of the potato goes through the entire saga of Waylon the Indoor Farmer. It's like really early on, almost. It's like probably within 6 months of me starting the show of the first potato. He says, I thought you had to cut them or something. I've never grown them. So you don't have to cut them. You can cut them in order to spread them out and make more and give them more room. Because if you don't cut them, you'll have a whole bunch of sprouts coming out of the same area. Yeah. But you also don't actually have to worry about the eye of the potato. I would have to research a little more, but most people think you have to have potatoes like the eye of the potato and cut around and like cut sections of the different eyes. If that makes sense. And that's not actually what I ever had to do. Like you can just put any potato in the ground and it's probably going to root or start shooting up. It will for sure. It will what, Smashley? Which thing are you willing? We got Purple Hair's Gardens in the house. What's up, Chris? If you want to come up and be our third chair, man, you'd be welcome. Yeah. Come up and check out the jungle here. Welcome to the jungle. Okay. But yeah, not only did those two giant ones go crazy and split off in all different directions, but look at like I can't even see the bottom anymore. I mean, you can, but like I didn't plant all those. Like they all just came up out of nowhere after the other ones died. So the only thing I can think of is a potato grew down there faster than I thought it would, and then it started shooting off other potatoes. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it just started shooting off branches everywhere, That's my guess.
Rosebush called a camellia. I've not heard of one, Kenny. I have not. Kenny does a lot of landscaping, so I'm sure you see a lot of that kind of cool stuff. So that's a little bit of a bright picture, but yeah, I took a picture of more flowers everywhere, and another one. Missed it. The flash missed, I think, what I was trying to get. Maybe I took another one, but like over here is where the biggest, like most mature flowers are. I'll probably include this one, I guess.
They got the nice, thick, waxy, full green leaves. They look great.
Now there are some like leaves like discolored and stuff here and there, and I'm always worried about like spider mites and stuff. So I always look for that. I haven't seen anything. I think potatoes just kind of do that a little bit. They kind of die off at the top, and that's their purpose. But I also want to keep spraying them with Prime Superior because I'm not trying to have a problem. Potatoes are notorious for having like a draw to pests. I'm not saying that correct. They attract pests, and that's an issue with potatoes. All right, so you got my three pepper plants. They are going pretty well. You can see that cannabis back there is not doing the greatest. I need to lower the pH. 7.9 is not doing it. but yeah, these two different. I didn't separate them. I'll just let them kind of grow off to each side. I'm not too worried about it, honestly.
That's what I think we should do is research higher pH plants and vegetables and just line that whole thing full of those because it seems that the plants that like that slightly higher pH just go fucking crazy in this thing, you know.
You
But
can see a difference. Yeah.
cannabis wants to be yellow because it needs lower pH. So I
And
think
then
that's all.
okay. Sorry. Have to mute me for the most part. Oh, that's okay. No worries. What's up, Elisa May? Elisa May is here, which means I want to check my locals, and Elisa May gets her own special number for being here.
Nice.
Because I can't issue her a number on the locals app. Let's see. SteveO, I got you number 10.
Yeah.
Miss Margaret, I think, is number 11. Unless that's your second. Some people have commented more than once. I'm not sure if that's a ploy to get an extra number, but I don't think I don't think so. But no, okay. So Margaret is number 11.
Country Boy and Joe, what's up?
You are number 11. All right. So Lisa May is number 12. Then I'm actually going to comment that in this post.
That's at the indoorfarmer.locals.com.
Okay, so we got 12 total people in on this one.
Oh,
and I want to clarify that real fast. If you win and I'm giving away cash, it is what I'm doing now is 2.5 times your level of subscription, not 2.5 times what you're paying me, because some people pay me more than the highest subscription, and I can't really afford to do that. So 2.5 times at each level is pretty good. 2.5 months, $25 if you are a $10 or more sub. Some people pay me more than $10, and there's a few of those. I appreciate those, but I can't give you a whole bunch more than that. So we just want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Chris wants a link. Okay, would you mind sending him a link, and I'll keep the show rolling here?
Oh yeah, man.
Appreciate it. So I did separate a couple of lettuces out. It's like I have the whole big old like bushel of lettuce growing in one area, and I thought, well, let's try to we'll try other things with it, and it's almost more purple. That's up here. It's sitting in the water directly, and at first it was like not loving it, but then it's taking it on now, and it's almost purple compared to the lettuce that's over here that's in the pebbles. So that's an interesting difference. So I don't know what cannabis plant this is. I don't even know why it was in here. We just saw it growing. I thought it was a pepper plant. So it is what it is. I need to trim off the stuff off the bottom. I need to trim that stuff off and kind of give it a new start there. And I don't know if it's pH is the only issue, but it also might be missing some key minerals. I have been adding mineralization back to it though. Guys, I'll keep locals open in case anybody else hasn't gone over there yet. I'm going to do a couple spins here in a little bit. Cheers. I'm actually drinking more of my homemade cucumber and lemon water. Hello, Diane. How are you? Michelle says, I love the veggies. You need to grow a lot more veggies. Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Can't do it from my phone.
Turning purplish. Oh, for the synchronization thing. Do you want to see if I can do it?
Yeah, it's Messenger's giving me this error saying I can't do it.
If you want, you can also send it to me in Messenger, and then you can do it from the phone. I've had to do that before.
Okay.
But I'll see if I link up to Chris. Nope. Chris, you're not in sync. I was getting Gerald on that one yesterday. Shouts out to our winner yesterday, Timothy Martin. He won by a landslide, and he beat out Sandy and Gerald, who are both in the same room separately playing. So it was an epic fight, but they all were good sports. It was a great game, and everybody won. All the people that played anyway on screen. Every time you play on screen, you win a prize automatically. So it's like me paying you to play as a team captain. Anyway, back to the game, back to the show.
I sent it to Chris. It went through on my phone.
Nice, yeah, because I was disconnected. All right, back to where's my pictures at? Here it is. So yeah, this is an old piece of siding that was in my garage when I got to this house, and I cut holes in it. Not the best holes, but they work.
You'll use little net cups there with it.
Yeah, those are net. Different net cups with some clay pebbles in there to hold it. And if you look at how purple those lettuces are, those lead-eye, is lead-eye the double the I don't know. I'm kidding. But here's so like these aren't really turning as nearly as purple, and they're in the clay pebbles. So I wonder what the difference is there, but we'll see. You got the basil growing up to the lights again. I got to keep trimming it. I even keep eating it with different stuff. I throw it in salads. I throw it on sandwiches. I put it on my grilled cheese sandwich with bacon the other day. I put up a picture of it on Grilled Cheese Day, National Grilled Cheese Day. I didn't even make just grilled cheese. I threw, basil and bacon, and oh man, it was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
That basil is still just going insane. It's a tree. Don't even know how to spell that. Spell what, Smash? I guess you don't. I can't tell. Are you using Foop too? Well, yeah. I mean, in a way, Michelle, this is what I use here. This is the picture that I was actually trying to get to for Tim over there on X. I appreciate him for coming through. But here's my fish. I have I don't know. There's probably 60 guppies in there by now. And I also went and got more algae eaters. I got some snails last week or the week before, and a bunch more shrimp. And now what that's going to do is help break all of that waste down in better or more diverse or more what's the term? Where the plants can uptake it easier, but more broken down, I guess, more diluted. There's a term I'm thinking of, but my point is that it makes it easier for the whole process, and then clean which in turn should help to lower the pH, because those added inputs and like the extra worms and stuff, all that stuff does is help to break all of it down faster for the plants. Which, like I said, I'm hoping that helps to lower the pH, but we'll see. Okay, well, here you go. Oh, go ahead.
Michelle's asking if you use FOOP in the system, but with aquaponics, unfortunately, you can't use the FOOP because of the fish, but you can use it in DWC, any type of aquaponics other than that. Aquaponics, you cannot because of the fish. That's true, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to. I mean, basically, you are getting the You are getting
Chris.
like he's on a commercial. Hey, Mike, he likes it. Popping in from the side. Joe, what's up, Chris? Joe says the locals is telling him he's not human, I guess. Well, I don't know what to tell you about that, brother. I can't help you with that.
It says he's not human. But yeah, basically, the aquaponic system makes its own food in its own sense of it being fish poo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So look at this. Like, it's simultaneously a pretty and gross picture at the same time. You're like,
what? I can see the recuperation.
Well, it put everything into the buds. So it's taking everything left. I'm in what do you call it? Flush mode now. So I will be we're 3 weeks out. So I'm just going to be hitting it with RO water once a week. And something I realized, like when you go into flower, you end up you feel like you're watering more often, but then it cuts down real quick. It's to the point where you water way less towards the end, obviously. Like the last couple, like 2 or 3 weeks, you're like, you feel like you don't have to water at all. And so I find these water schedules to be impossible, especially when different plants are doing different things.
Boy, look at those frosty green buds, though. I mean, it has that magical green that I love.
Yeah, these are going to be fun, actually. I can't wait because it's actually looks like it's going to be a lot less work. I'm not going to have to do a lot of trimming around them and stuff. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But they do look pretty, though. The buds themselves. I mean, the leaves, obviously not, but.
How are the trichromes looking? The crystals on it?
Well, I did take a video at some point here and zoomed in, I think. Oh, no, I took some close-up pictures, I think, too. So this is a kind of just the routine. This is my humidifier. I've covered it with plastic and stuff, so that way it was getting less sunlight from the grow lights. It was growing like algae and stuff inside there, and I'd have to wipe it out a lot. And then you have to do this, and this is just like so annoying. I'd rather have like a system where they're all in like a big, like a ebb and flow tub, you know, or like a big like table, like a
flood table.
Flood table, that's it. I was trying to think of that. I was like, there's a name. But yeah, something like that, or put them all in my living soil bed that I've been talking about making with my grow table, because I'd have to flip them quickly. Maybe just do autos all the time, and then maybe once in a while do one photo like in the room, like grow it real big or something on the side. But for the most part, I could do shorter autos, because the table that I have in my room here that I've shown a bunch of times that I built that table, you know, it's kind of like a pool table size. That cuts down on the headroom, the space for the plant, right? A lot. So I would have to just do some small autos or grow that thing sideways.
Well, after seeing Nancy on Saturday and her showing her 8-foot tall autoflowers, you know what I mean? I think that, I might give autos another shot and try her techniques, brother. That's crazy.
I can't ever subscribe on locals to anyone else but Waylon. Okay. I've tried SteveO's many times. I have a system, she says. Well, just so everybody knows, I guess it makes sense to point out that SteveO and I both have the subscribers on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone's interested. And soon to be, I'd like to have subscribers on X at some point soon. That would be nice. I'm thinking about starting my own group on X. So if I do, yeah, it'll be just kind of you can share your posts and post in there, and I don't think it, I don't want to really compete with the group I'm an admin for over there, the live stream community. Shouts out to the live stream community and Mr. Gilo. Shouts out to Tala. Oh no. Oh yeah. I don't think I fully showed any crack. It was just like almost crack. But anyway, I'm not trying to compete with them as far as like grouping together a bunch of live streamers, but more or less a friends group like we have on Facebook, but over on X, where you can share memes and post about different things, whatever.
So what are you doing there, Waylon? Dumping your runoff water?
Yeah, and this is like I just wanted like this is one of the most annoying parts of my day. I literally let that sit in there for a couple of days after I've watered because I don't want to mess with it.
I'd be interested in seeing you check the pH on that runoff on one of those containers one of these times.
You're probably right. I do. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. Do you ever check the pH or any of the ppms or anything on that?
I
Water?
can tell you the ppms are probably high, but that's because of the living soil. It's hard to say. But the pH I could check, but I do pH it before putting in there. So after taking the water out of the fish tank, I can use pH up and pH down, which they sell giant bottles of those. The pH that I can use in the fish tank from API is a brand. That's the big bottle of that I have to buy on Amazon isn't even that big. So it's a lot. Like I have to use it more sparingly. But when I take the water out of the fish tank, I can then pH it. And I even sometimes I throw in like banana tea or like I'll put in bits before I water. This time I put a few. I put a bunch of scoops of worm castings around each plant, and then watered it in. So that actually also helps to neutralize the pH. The worm castings is what I've heard. Cullen says by pushing that amount of water through your soil and it not returning, you're constantly flushing your plants, expending it or of nutrients.
Yeah, he's saying you're basically flushing all your nutrients out every time you water.
I'm only giving them a couple gallons of water each. That's not that much.
Are you doing it slowly, or are you just pouring it on there real fast?
No, I take a half gallon. So I'll record that next time, I guess. Yeah, there's not enough crack yet to throw a pencil in, but it was starting to. There was a little bit of shade there. There's a little bit of crack shade, you guys. Don't worry. But anyway, the process I use is I have a half gallon pitcher, and I literally scoop half. I not even whatever I can get out of the bucket with the half gallon pitcher to each plant, and I go one, and then the next one. I go all the way around before I get back to the first one with another half gallon. That's pretty slow. Like that's not,
You should try a pump sprayer.
Yeah, I have those, but they're used for one's used for Prime Superior, another one's used for the bleach water if I want to clean an area. I do have another one that I haven't started using yet, but I don't want to put fish water through it. Like you're telling me nutrients? You put your nutrient water through that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that.
I'm doing it right now. I'm putting recharge in there, a little bit of my killer tea.
Nancy, what's up?
And my pH adjuster goes right here into the pump sprayer. And then I just pH it all right there in the sprayer, man. And then shake it up a whole lot, pump it, adjust my nozzle, keep it real tight in the nozzle so it gives a good wide spread and soften that first layer up, and then just kind of let it sit.
Hold on. I can't even really see what you were trying to show me. Give me a sec. Let me put. Yeah. So you have like a half gallon sprayer. Okay.
Now this is a 2-gallon sprayer right here.
Wow. Okay. Just the angle makes it look smaller.
This is 2 5-gallon buckets, Home Depot buckets. This is what I dechlorinate my water in over 24 hours.
Yep,
the tap.
me too. Yep.
And I bubble it, and then I'll take it from that and put it. Sometimes I just mix everything in this 5-gallon bucket if I'm doing a big feed, and then pour it straight into this pump sprayer.
And then you can pour more, right? And you got a reservoir of it.
This thing being adjustable, I do the lightest spray on top of everything first, and it kind of just soaks in that top layer, and then I kind of let that soak, and I just keep going back around the tops of all of them.
When you say the lightest spray, you mean like the most misty of the spray, like the finest spray, I guess? Yeah, okay.
Yep, and I'll do that for a little bit, but then I'll open it up and let it get a little heavier of a soak, and then go back over it like the last gallon on everything. But Yeah, man, the slower the soak, the better, because you're soaking every square inch of that soil and that root zone. There's no dead spots, and you're getting minimal runoff. Like, you notice I don't have many pans under a lot of these because they've got little holes on the side for drainage, but I water them so slowly that I don't get any runoff really. Like, I'll notice a little bit of drips coming out of these holes on the side a bit, and then I'll stop. Then I'll just let it sit for 5 or 10 more minutes, and then I'll go back over that and spray it again after about 10 minutes. Give it a spray for about 10, 20 seconds, and then see if any more water comes out. If it does, then I've reached my limit. I don't want to run any more of my nutrients out. Like,
right. Well, I can tell you guys that mine weren't uptaking water like as they were going through the spider mite issue. So they came back as much as they could, but I guess I should just have watered them less at that point. I was just like 2.5 gallons in my head. I'm thinking they should be good with that, but I guess okay. Well, I do try to go slowly, but pouring it that way is a lot faster for sure.
So I found on my last like whole indoor grow, I used the 5-gallon pots of soil, and I was finding that for that 5-gallon pot of soil, I was using about a half a gallon of water to 5 gallons of soil. If you water it slow enough, you're not using as much because you're not letting it run out. You know what I mean? You're just absorbing it slowly like a sponge as you water the top. And then really, man, leaving that water in your catch pan for really any more than an hour or two, a couple hours.
Bugs.
Yeah. You get bugs. I mean, not only that, but it's stagnant water that it's trying to drink.
My bugs only come from the dryness.
Oh,
you can get root rot too.
From the water being underneath.
If you let it sit like for a long period of time, and then
it goes a couple of days, it won't evaporate fast enough, and it just saturates that bottom layer of roots.
Well, no, it's not sitting in there; it's on the riser.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, but I mean it's just bad. I mean, if it's drinking any of that water after a day or two, it's considered really kind of stagnant.
Well, Ashley asked if bottom feeding was common in the cannabis world. You can definitely bottom feed, but you have to be like the way I've seen it is it was in a water or like a circulating table all like nonstop, just sitting in that water. And so that's different because it's like moving in motion. To your point, Chris, like if you have it sitting in like stagnant water for a while, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I guess the Prime Superior actually, as I've been keeping up with it because of my other problems, basically keeps everything else away now that I've been doing it once every day or two, which is more often than you actually have to do. So yeah, I definitely need to do that more often. Make sure I empty the pans for sure. What's up, Country Boy Weeds? I water 2 gallons every 3 days. See, I only water once a week. But the plants are massive. There's 30 gallons.
About where I'm at with Leslie is I'm on like every 3-day schedule, and that's why I have to. I transplanted some today. I don't know where we're looking at, but like this guy right here,
bigger one. Okay.
Yeah. She just got transplanted from one of these white bags today. And then there's another one kind of back here behind me right here. She just got transplanted from a small bag today. And then everything back here, everything in here has to get watered tonight. So I'll be up late night watering everything over there and back there.
Is that less confusing for the background? My bad.
Yeah, we were just learning from Nancy the other night that autoflowers, we need to do the opposite with them and try to make them scavenge for water and give them bottom feeding or watering around the edge and make them go after that water.
I definitely try to do the edge. I try to push it out to the edge, and those pots are plastic pots, not cloth. So I know that's a problem with cloth pots. When you try to water out to the edge, like it can just it can just come right out.
Yeah, it just runs off right away.
I like Chris's
bottom water. Oh, she bottom waters her autos now. Nancy says, okay,
always,
with auto pots. Okay,
yeah,
I like the air pots are kind of cool too, except they also you just lose all the lose everything. Have you seen air pots, SteveO? The ones with holes all over them,
Yeah,
nipples all over the sides.
it's for air pruning your roots. Basically, is the main thing for
Nipples.
it. Yeah.
I guess you could bottom feed one of those as well. Just kind of have it sitting in there, and then and then you could take it out easily. Every 4 days, Michelle. Yeah, so everybody, like, I wanted to bring that up at one point. Was like, what do you guys think about like a watering schedule? Because I don't think it would work if you have these four plants are all taking up water at different times or at different amounts, I should say. So I shouldn't be giving them the same amount, right? Or no?
Are they
That's
all
why
the
you do
same,
what you.
like? Are they all the same strain and the same pot
Yes.
size? And
Yes, all that.
then
They're
that's your first sign that there's something wrong.
Well, there was a lot of things wrong, right, throughout
Yeah.
the process. I can't point to what the main issue was, but I'm pretty happy with like the leaves I'm pulling off. Like my fingers are already sticky from like 3 or 4 leaves. Like this is actually going to be some good bud. It just won't be very big. Like there, you can see a couple from here that are going to be decent size, like not quite, maybe a little over golf ball size, maybe a few of them. So there'll be some decent, hand size nuts, but they're like super frosty looking. There's a couple of close-ups you're going to see here in a minute. A 5-gallon pot should take about 1 gallon of water. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, see, and that's that's my issue is I kept thinking they need like 5 gallons each.
No.
Like, so I thought I was underwatering, to be honest. But to your point, though, I could probably bust out that last sprayer that I have. It's a 3-gallon sprayer.
And since you use pots that big, man, I mean,
those are 7.
It is a little like pricey to initially buy it, but if you've got anything else that runs off of that battery, Ryobi makes like a 4-gallon backpack battery operated sprayer, so there's no pumping. You just flip the switch on and it pumps for you electronically.
Okay, I've seen some of those.
Like,
yeah,
it's like $100, man, maybe $150, something like that. But I mean, you can do 4 gallons at a time in the mixer, and it really has some power behind it. Like I can't use it here indoors because I use smaller pots. I only use like the 1 and 5s through here, and then they go to the big pots outdoors. And it creates too much pressure when I'm trying to spray. It soaks it too fast for me. So I do the old fashioned hand pump.
Yeah, I don't mind the hand pump. It's a good it's good exercise if you do it right. Not just like hurting your wrist or whatever. But yeah, so everybody's given some good input on how they water. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, we can see a little bit of nuance there and how everybody does it a little differently. Heart brand from Walmart, Cullen says, also makes a battery powered water. Okay, so that's another battery powered one.
There we go.
Yeah, so like I have all my outdoor lawn equipment is the 18 volt or like 40. It's like my power tools is an 18 volt, I think, battery. So that battery also matches the pump sprayers and everything else that I use tool wise. So it's nice. It's a nice little addition for me personally. But yeah, any kind of a battery operated pump sprayer, man, is the bee's knees when you get into some heavy watering.
For sure.
Guarantee it.
So the yellowing we know is normal because that's the process of it drawing all that nutrients back out of the plant for the bud. But then you can see the darker, like browning areas. Those were the deficiencies of the plants still not really ever catching up. They're never going to. But yeah, these look pretty cool. Smashley says they almost look blue. Yeah, look at the close-up ones here in a minute. This is not close up, but you can kind of you can get an idea of the colas though here. You got a few colas.
And one on the top left are fat little softballs.
Yes, they are.
You say like little golf ball size.
Yeah, like probably like a golf ball and a half kind of. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay. So the hairs are a mix of red and white.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely frosty though.
Oh yeah. They're finishing up nice.
I should have got another picture with my microscope on the camera. It's hard to line it up, but sometimes I can get a really close up one. These are as close up as I can get with my phone. But what do you think, Chris? They're looking good, but they are also like pretty white. Like they're not even close yet. They got 2-3 weeks left at least.
Yeah. Those hairs will turn color and start to curl in, and you'll be good to go.
Perry says, "Is it supposed to be blue?" I don't think so. It's they're 180 back kicks from Tarantula Genetics. Go ahead, Chris.
I always say you can always tell. Like you can, I mean, it's good to use a scope because like it's good to get in there and really see. But I can tell like if I'm looking at my plants every day, every other day through the final 2-3 weeks, and I'm just with them all the time. You can look at a plant and just look at that bud and watch it go from like where it is now, where you can tell it's just still kind of clear, a lot of clear trikes in there. But one day you'll come up to it, man, and it'll just be like, wow, that thing looks frosty as shit. And then that's where like you'll know that all those trikes are starting to get that cloudy formations. And then from there, you're usually in that, depending on where you want to cut it, anywhere from that point through the next week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's definitely sticky AF. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, no joke. Like I touch the leaves, and I'm like trying not to touch the buds. The leaves alone are sticky as hell. So I like I like the idea of just being able to process bud if you don't like how it turned out. But I think I'm gonna probably enjoy smoking some of this. No lie.
Yeah, man.
Billy says I got plants 6 inches high with 12 LEDs in them, 45 days old from seed. What? Or 0.45 days old?
40?
I look my.
No, I think he means 45 days. Like that was the end of a sentence, and then 45
Right.
days from seed.
Oh, I didn't have the flash on when I did this. Oh, here you go, though. Here you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
That's just with your cell phone camera?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't think I have the flash on, which would have made it a little bit better. But yeah, they are looking nice after all that I put them through. So
yeah. I was just gonna say they look really good, man. Especially since you know for a fact that there was issues, deficiencies, bugs, or whatever. I mean,
oh yeah, we tried all kinds of things. I put a bunch of ladybugs in there. I put a bunch of predator mites. Prime Superior works though. I will give it that. I'll tell you what, it works. Look at that, man. Just looking like blue snowy, like blue cheese or something. Frosty and blue. Not bad, Perry says. Thanks, Perry. Yeah, guys, like I really wanted to show you guys that that something could be made or could be had out of this in the long run. Okay, so these are the trays that I brought. After growing that little tray from Stewart Microgreens, shouts out, I realized that these trays I had already with grow medium, it's some kind of soil that's all dried out now because they were sitting in there for a while. It doesn't matter. It can just be that, and all I have to do is spray some clean RO water on there a little bit, and then spray the seeds after I pour the seeds in. So I'm going to use them. I've been procrastinating on this for too long. Tonight I'm going to throw some seeds in there. I got 4 different types of seeds, so we're going to just use them all 4, 1 in each, and then I'm going to put them back in this. Well, I won't turn the lights on, but this is just for the picture. I've shown it before, but got to get it rocking, SteveO. We need to get this. I need to get this thing packed full of microgreens, and the 4 different seeds I got. Well, about to show you. So we got some sweet peas, we got radish, we got arugula, We got broccoli. I think you're muted, SteveO.
Yeah.
It looked like you said something good there. And
Yeah, you said arugula. I said it's a vegetable. You remember that movie?
Arnold?
No, it was Steve Martin. He was that Italian gangster, and he was at the grocery store. He's like, "Do you got arugula?" She's like, "What's that?" He's like, "It's a vegetable."
Is that The Jerk? What movie was that?
I don't. It was something to do with him being in the witness protection program, but I can't think what it was. Damn. Arugula. I don't care for arugula. It's really like it tastes really like bitter to me. But a lot of people.
What about the microgreen version of it, though?
Never tried it.
Microgreen.
Out of that?
Say again.
Do they make pies out of that? Arugula?
Arugula pie?
I doubt it.
No, that
Isn't
doesn't
arugula
sound right.
like a root vegetable? Isn't it like a rhubarb or something? Isn't it?
That's okay. That's what I was thinking of.
Rhubarb.
That's
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
it's like a very what's the word? Fibery kind of stick.
They mix it with strawberry a lot.
Smashley's not even a fan of arugula. Okay, well we're writing that one off. We're gonna check the microgreen version of it though. I bet you it's gonna be tasty because microgreen version of anything means that it grows to like its first like couple of leaves, like its first 2 or 3 leaves. Actually, I'd have to look at the definition again. We talked about it one day where it has to do with like the first section or the first like branch off section or something. I'd have to get the right terminology again. Basically, very, very short, like a week to 10 days max in grow time.
Okay,
that was the last picture. So I'm excited about the sweet peas. They're really good, and then radishes will have a nice flavor to them. Broccoli is really good too. I have never grown arugula yet, so this is gonna be good. Peppery floral arugula.
I love broccoli.
Finish up Grow Fam brand sprouts this morning. Need to start more. Grow Fam bean sprouts. Oh, I didn't know they had their own. I can't grow beans. I can't grow sprouts. Sprouts are different than microgreens. So sprouts are not allowed to be grown per my insurance company. Because if I do, it'll void my insurance.
Oh, shit.
So,
seriously?
I mean, yeah, they told me straight up because they've never. I'm the first, and they actually insure a lot of farmers at this one, but not any like microgreen farmers or like small time like indoor like any of that. Like it's all like big farmers. So it's to them, it was a new type of policy when they started working with me. They were like they had to research it a little bit to find out what they would do. It was kind of weird. Yeah, it's healthy too, Michelle. Yeah. So hopefully the arugula sprouts are not sprouts, but microgreens would be better in that case.
Oh, Margaret looked up the movie. It was called My Blue Heaven.
My Blue Heaven is the title.
Thanks, Margaret.
I thought it was The Jerk. Hey, them The Jerk or whatever. That was a good one. All right, everybody. We got Chris Fisher in the third chair, and it is that time once again. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button. Share us out with your friends. Sit back, relax, and let me find where's your new videos? Right? Forbidden. No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. I got it. You guys hit it, smash it. Let's go. You know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It is time for the certified segment, April 22nd, 2 days after 420. Happy 420, everybody, from the Indoor Farmer. We appreciate you guys and we love you. hope everyone had a very safe, fun, and great 420. I know that a lot of people had, a lot of big parties to go to, and then some of us, we chilled out and stayed home and got really high. But I hope everyone enjoyed it.
It was nice. I didn't do a damn thing either. I mean, I did make it.
Yeah.
I made it down to the dispensary, and that was it. So what? Just chilling at home.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was live at 4:20 my time to celebrate with Ron on the knock, but the rest of the day I pretty much just communicated with people and celebrated in just a private way most of it. But what I got for you guys, I'll let this play in the background. Last week, I believe what I had for you was that. Um, I had soaked my seeds, and as you can see there in front of me, is the paper towel method that I was using. Well, right before the video, I had discovered when I opened it up that my seeds, I had ruined them. I don't know what happened, but the roots were just dissolved. Basically, it was, I screwed it up. Maybe something was on the paper towel. Maybe there's dyes on the paper towel that I'm not realizing. But they look like garbage. I didn't want to use them. I felt like it was a waste of time. So what I did was instead I dropped them right in the soil. And I went ahead and resprouted them. And I actually have something really good to show you this week. Let me bring up the other video. I got to share it in, unfortunately. I believe it's this one.
Thanks for all the likes and shares, everybody. Appreciate that. If you are on X, go check out Siir SteveO on X.
Oh, there it is. I found it. But yeah, that's definitely good. I just started actually getting on X, so that would be good if everybody would find me over there. But here, let me share the screen, get this other video up for you real quick. Window, boom. Okay. But yeah, this one, this is what I got for you guys to show you. They really came up pretty much overnight last night. Every single seed has sprouted. I think I'm going to skip the paper towel method. This was so much easier to just keep it wet. And one of the things I'm going to show you here, though, I got two of them that are, what do they call that? A polyembryonic something. I think that's what they call it, polyembryonic or whatever. But I actually got two of them. As you can see, there's one right there that sprouted two. And you'll see here in just a second that I have a second seed that sprouted two out of one seed right there.
Are you sure you didn't drop two beans in one cup?
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to ask them.
No, it couldn't have happened because I had 2 5-packs of seeds. So
okay,
it couldn't have happened. But that is that. My first thought was, did I start to drop those in the old one? The ones that I told you I didn't want to use, and then I stopped. But my memory, I don't remember. So that's the only, for me to have two of these that were doing that, I'm thinking I may have done that. Right? What do you think? I mean, it's pretty rare to get one to do it, let alone two out of the same pack. You know what I mean?
So you had other beans that you dropped in the cups previously, you think? Is that what you mean?
Well, that's the only other possibility, unless I got two of these that did the same thing and grew too.
I wonder, like that one we're looking at, though. Are you sure that's not just a little branch coming off of there?
No, that's That looks like
hard
a
to
second
tell.
plant. That looks like a second plant altogether.
We'll have to wait a week to find out.
Yeah, or even overnight the way these are growing.
Yeah.
But do you think I should worry about putting the humidity dome over the top of this cup right away, or do you think that it's more once it gets a little bit bigger? What do you guys think?
I think they like it right away. But go ahead,
I,
Chris.
I would suggest also that they like it right away. And one thing, do you have domes for those, or because like what I do, I'll just cut a water bottle, man. Cut the top like neck off of a water bottle, and then just sit it right over top of it.
Yeah, I have these clear plastic cups that sit perfectly right over the top of it.
Do they have holes in it?
Not the clear ones. I don't have the drain holes in these yet either, but
No, I mean the clear cups. Okay.
no, I don't put any holes in there unless the temperature gets high, like if the room itself gets hot, and then I'll poke a hole in it, to let a little bit of the humidity out. But at this point, there's no heat in the room. In fact, it's chilly in the room. The lights are probably the only thing giving it any warmth right now.
Oh, then they definitely would want the domes. The domes would also help keep the heat in that they produce by when in their little condensation process while they're growing, because they will make they kind of put off moisture, and that'll keep the heat in. But I was just thinking though, Cullen says make them fight. Or no, Joe says that. I'm sorry. Joe Kelly says make them fight. I was thinking you could grow them together. Was it Nancy, I want to say, or somebody recently that did a grow to show that they could grow like they grew two in one pot, two next to each other?
Yeah, I've seen people do that too.
I wonder if you could just 2 for 1.
Yeah. See, now, I won't water these now for probably 2 days. It won't need anything at all, because you can stun it more or kill it by overwatering it than anything. That's what now that hose right there, that's what I use. I have a reptile fogger that sits outside the tent, and that's what I control my humidity with. When it's time, once they're vegging, and I'm actually pumping the humidity in there. But these are going to be in cups for a while. Now, I don't want them to get too tall either. I have the light right now. It's at about, I would say 18 to 20 inches away. Do you think going closer would be a better idea than even that? Or is that too close for seedlings, you think?
I don't think so, actually. I think it depends on the light, but I've seen people obstruct the light on purpose for the seedlings.
Yeah, because I've, like I said in the past, mine were always in the dome. I never, they were in rock wool cubes. This is the first time I've ever dropped seeds in dirt, doing it this way. So, I don't want to stun them or anything.
Right. What would you say, Chris? What is it, a week or two in before you'd really get them some good solid light, or what?
What kind of light do you have above it right now?
That's a Spider Farmer. It's an SF4000. I've got it at about 30% right now set.
Oh, wow. That's actually that's pretty intense, really. But I mean, and you got it 18 inches above it?
I'd say 20. Roughly 2022. It's not quite 2 feet.
You're just gonna have to watch them, man. Like if they start stretching, you're gonna know it's too high. But if they don't, if they look like they're staying real short and squatty, I'd probably turn it. I mean, I'd even just go ahead and turn that back. Like, what is 30% the lowest setting?
Yeah, that's the lowest I can get on it. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I mean, if you're on your lowest setting, I would maybe even raise it a little higher, put it right about, maybe even another 4 inches or so, and just see from there, man, if you can. Just
gauge it by how they grow and then adjust the light from there. because I even left room to add soil if I needed it, just in case they did start to stretch on me and I was fucking it up. Then I could lower the light, add a little soil, and be good. Because these are my outdoor plants as well. I'm vegging these up for a while until I can get them outside, and then the rest are going to stay in here. So there's 2 different strains there. So
just start topping them early, man. If you're gonna put them outside, just start topping them early. That's my suggestion.
I got a couple of cheaper lights that I feel like are better to like start with, because they're these just single bar LED lights that, you know, like you can't change the percentage, but like they're very low stress lights. And so you might even think about getting like a cheaper light that's for seedlings. Are you using your main light, or do you have a?
yeah, I mean, I do. Like I said, usually I got this big humidity dome with a warmer, and I use Jiffy pods.
Oh, yeah.
And I let them go that way. But this time I thought, not only is it only my second time outdoor, which I'm finding is different than indoor for sure, and also, growing organically for the first time. And then this is the first time I've dropped seeds like this either. And, I love it. I've learned so much over the last year and a half. I think I can pull this off, especially when I've got support people that'll help me like this. And that's what we try to be here for our subscribers, for our viewers, to show you guys, the different methods. I mean, we've got, we have great guests like Chris that are veterans at this to help us out, and while we learn at the same time, and that's why I like the show so much. I think it helps.
I'll give it one of these. I'll give it one of these.
Yeah. I mean, I grew for a long time, and I had some good success, but I realized that I don't know shit. I really did. I realized, I didn't follow PPM, BTD, never cared or worried about any of that. You got
a really set way of knowing how to do it. And a lot of people will, once they know how to do it one way, okay, I got to do it that way every time. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's a good analogy, but when you're driving, and I guess statistically speaking, men are more directional and stuff. But whenever you drive somewhere to a place and there's multiple ways to get there, I don't know about you guys, but I usually have to try all the different ways to get somewhere. Nowadays, you almost don't have to do that because the GPS will tell you the fastest way or whatever.
Right.
But you might have to know the other way because of construction, because of railroads, because of all kinds of stuff. And so to me, it's like I might have my preferred method of grow, but I definitely want to know a little bit about all the other ways of doing it. I think that was another thing I meant to mention earlier in my segment was that me down in my hands and knees, roughing up the soil on each pot. That right there was the one thing I told myself I was not going to do when I first started growing stuff. I said, I'm going to do it different. I'm going to be like Dexter's Laboratory up at table height, in a fish tank. And so I said, I'm not going to be down on my knees in the dirt, and lo and behold, here I am still doing that, but indoors even. So it's just, you never know, but knowing the different ways of doing it makes perfect sense for different methods too.
And so far I've liked this method. I always thought, well, damn, just the, I'm like, how wet do I have to keep the soil to actually get these seeds to pop? Well, actually, it wasn't that big of a deal. I just kept it moist for 3 days, and boom, there they were. And I just never thought it was a good idea. But
listen, where I come from, if it stays moist for 3 days and doesn't die, there's something wrong with it.
Right?
I had to.
Yeah, I think this is going to be my best season ever, man. I just have a feeling with all this help and everything and this advice, and I can literally just go, hey, look at this. I love that. I never had that before. I never really had any gromies, and now I've got hundreds of them.
Nice. Yeah, you were out there on your own. Hey, we got someone in the house from Fiji. Shouts out to On Wayake. Wayake from Fiji. He says he's an outdoor farmer. Well, shouts out, my friend.
Shout out, brother.
Oh, yeah.
A great way of looking at it. Well, thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it. I'm not sure which specific thing, but yeah. What, Chris? Oh, about knowing different grows. Sorry, Chris.
No. I was gonna make a joke, but then I was like, maybe I should. Does he feed on Fiji water?
Snap. I only water with water from Fiji. Okay, like I don't understand the joke.
Yeah, right.
Cullen says 3,000 lumens shop light with a perfect no cost. Don't look at the wattage. I got 4-foot LED shop lights from Harbor Freight. Okay.
Oh, for seedlings, sure.
No cost light for veg. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, mine's normally under that. It's a little T5 light in the humidity that sits on top of my humidity dome.
Yeah.
Gabe says that's how I've always started mine. Soak a paper towel, stick them in.
Same.
So I don't know though. The white
SteveO, I thought you said like your biggest error there was you soaked them first, right?
I soaked them and got tails, and then I stuck them in the paper towel. That's what I've always done.
Yeah.
But what I think it was they just sat in there too long. I thought, wait 24 hours and check them, they'd be okay. Well, during that time, they grew like this long and wilted out on me just that fast. And, I screwed up.
Yeah, that's the why the domes are nice, but they can also, to your point earlier, keep too much humidity if you're watering them too much. We got Margaret over on the Rumble. Shouts out to Rumble. We got 7 people hanging out over on Rumble. Anyone have a favorite light? Smashley's asking. Margaret says cannabis, tomatoes, and cucumbers this year. Okay, those are oddly specific. To any leafy greens, Margaret? Anyone have a favorite light? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm about to show you mine. Hang on one second. I own about 8 of these because I love them so much, and because they do their job. I don't care what anybody says. They're gonna emit a blurple style light, but this is a King LED brand.
Yeah.
Model number GWKNGS200. Says
King?
2,000 watts.
King, not kind.
No, King.
Okay.
KING LED.
I got 2 of those, Chris. Those were my original lights. Yeah.
And you can get these lights on Amazon for about $125. And if you really want to see what they do, let me give you a test run.
They've got veg and bloom settings on them, I believe, right? Yours does? Yeah.
So that's the veg. It's more of like a blue emitted light. And then when you kick the other switch on for bloom, it adds that red spectrum light to it. And again, that right now, what you're seeing, that light is just one of those lights. And I've got 2 of them. I've got another one back there. It's not on right now. But like, I'll switch back and forth throughout the day on them. Like that's a big ass LED up there. This is like the King LED here. This is the Photo Pheno 440 from Hydro Farm.
Yep.
And then this big boy right here. I'm not sure what brand that is, but then I got another King LED hanging back there. So there's 4 lights across the backside of this 10x10 tent.
10x10. I was going to ask you how big that is.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I mean, that's that Phantom Pheno 440 light is great if you're like in a 2x4 tent, or that's like 3 foot long and just about 2 feet wide, a little under 2 feet wide. But that fits perfect in a 2x4 tent, up all the way, and then the 4 power settings on it, and they're linkable if you want to do more of them. altogether. But that and those King LEDs, man, I love those. The prices on them are fair. Like I said, the King LEDs you can get like 125 on Amazon still, and they do
Yeah.
have the Samsung diodes in them.
Yep. And I mean, they're really not bad on heat. You know, like a lot of the blurper lights can be very hot, you know, but
Oh yeah, 'cause
those aren't that bad. Yeah, 4 fans. Yep.
it's like the passive cooling, so they got the 4 fans built in that shoot it right up out of the top.
I loved mine, man. I grew some Gorilla Glue number 4 underneath those. That would some of the best I ever had.
So last year, or like right when I came right when I first started doing, right before I started doing the lives for GrowFam, I did some Ogreberry Autos from 2020 Mendocino. Before they dropped those, they sent me some to do like as a tester, and that I grew them under nothing but those King LEDs. They were an auto flower. I fell in love with auto flowers for one hot minute because of what turned out of that combination of lights and plant.
It was a whirlwind romance.
Yeah, it was shortly lived because the next round of autos, I fried them. They were dead.
Oh no!
Shit.
I actually said, "What's the number again?"
Smashley and Gabe, if you both want to come up, we got more room for our grower friends. Go ahead, Chris.
So the model number on this one is G as in Gary, W for Washington, K for King, N for Knight, G for Gary, S for Sam, 200. It's a 2,000 watt King LED.
Cheers, everybody. I'm
They might even have a newer, like updated version of them now.
Mm-hmm. That would take care of a 4x4, I would say, by itself.
I think so. I mean, that's why I have so many of them, because I don't truly believe in what that says on their
pattern
on their for their advertisement.
Yeah.
So I think for a veg, yes, I think you could do a 4x4 with that, but you'd probably have trouble flowering in a 4x4. For a 3x3, I think it would be perfect for something with one of those in it. But anything bigger than that for flower, I'd probably run 2 of those. But again, for the price of them, man, $250 gets you 2 of those lights, and once you turn both of those on.
Question for you: is this question for that light you're talking about from Smashley? She's asking what the number is.
Yeah,
I just read it.
My bad, I missed that. While I was finishing my dab. Looks like Gabe has another question that says, Chris, will you send me the information for that 2x4 light?
For the Phantom Pheno 440? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's actually, I went to a head shop or a grow store, not a head shop, a grow store in Adrian, Michigan. And I walked in the door and the dude was like, what's going on? What kind of food for you today? And I was like, well, I've been shopping for an LED light for like 2 years. I'm getting ready to make the switch from the HIDs. And he was like, okay, what size tank you got? I said, that's just a little personal 2x4. And he was like, well, 2x4, you want this light right here. And I just took his word for it, man. And, you know, I paid for it. It was a little more pricier than what I wanted to pay, but I brought it home, hung it in that 2x4, and it was like it was like the same thing as a 600 watt high heat metal halide, like, but just way cooler.
Oh, okay.
And way brighter.
Yeah. I never grew with CMH. I've always been an LED. They were around when I started, so I never did any of the metal halide.
I go back to before the cool metal halides. I go back to just metal halides.
Oh, no, Sid. Man, yeah. You could literally go outside and look at your electric thing, and it would just go.
Yeah. Flying. Now you talk about having like, I know guys that had like whole house setups back in the day, like very illegal setups.
Like on that show Weeds.
Yeah, and they had so many like 1,000 watt metal halide and high pressure sodiums, and you know that thing's just outside about to catch on fire. It's spinning so fast.
Yeah,
the part where they found they took the cross from the church and they turned it into grow lights inside the.
Oh yeah, Silas. I think was his name in the show. Yeah.
Silas, yeah. I love that
Silas,
show.
yeah. Yep.
It was so good. So cheers, Chance. Cheers. We got Timothy
Cheers.
on the Rumble. Cheers, Rumble. We got 9 Rumblers over there now. Where it's at. But we got
Here
more
we go,
Rumblers.
SteveO. Here we go, SteveO. Check her out. That's my little Tropicana cherries.
Oh, one of my favorite strains. Looking
One
good.
thing. Yeah, I got her. She was like a fresh cut root, fresh cut.
Yeah.
So it was just in some cocoa and perlite, and it's been that way for about a week. So I needed to get it transplanted, get some food on it.
It looks so different.
Are you going to be putting some foop on it?
Some food? No, right now I've just got it in some cocoa, perlite, and I'm sorry, no, this one has the Pro Mix, a little bit of Ocean Forest, and then I put a light dose of the Grow Dots in there to help me not have to feed as much.
Some Grow Dots.
But I've got, yeah, those Grow Dots, man, are all I'm using this year outside. Hopefully that's all I need to use.
Yeah. I'm using Ash's outdoor soil mix, that the basic mix with the BX and the BioLife earthworm castings and some big chunky perlite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going to give that a shot. And the BX should be good because it's got the biofungicide for outside. Plus, it's already got my Cortizay in it.
Yep.
So that should be good. I just wish that locally they carried it for me to go pick it up. The cheapest I found was on Amazon, but they adjust for that shipping, obviously. But any grow store or a hydro store, I mean, man, 2 bales of it was like $95 just to ship it to me. And I was, whoa, no.
Yeah. You remember that? The shipping. Yeah, the shipping's got to be a pain in the ass for that, but because those bales are heavy, man. Remember last season I had the 5x8 trailer behind the Pilot. I had it full of those bales.
Oh, no way. Yeah. 3.5 cubic yards packed into a brick. It's pretty heavy, man.
Yeah, they got some weight to them, man, for sure. But yeah, that's what I went with last year was the Pro Mix, and then we did a mix of like Ocean Forest, and then there was some local soil manufacturers called Michigan Medium, and we went with a lot of their bags of soil because they have a veg and a bloom option in their soil. So I did like a layered system in the 60-gallon grow bags, and then mulched on top, and then fed it my lineup, man. But they did good with just whatever we did to them. Hopefully this year they turn out better, bigger, prettier, stankier.
Oh, they will.
Longer, faster, stronger, all of that.
All that.
All right, I'm gonna now that we are done with the 2 main weekly update segments, I'm gonna, while we're hanging out, get over here and do a little bit of planting. From now from what I've seen with the microgreens, really you just cover the tray. Like, I mean, not like stack it up, cover it, but like spread it out.
I thought you had to like put them in a jar or something.
No, those are sprouts. I think you're muted, SteveO, or unless you just mouthed that. What's up, Ronaldo? Alan says, but I flipped my tent to 12 and 12 light cycle now, and the autoflower is not going to be any different than if I waited to flip.
I was talking to Kelly. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see. That's okay. I don't know about that, Alan. I think the light can it's still going to change maybe the THC content. I heard that what was that on just recently that they were saying that giving it more darkness isn't necessarily better for the autos. Like they still only need like 4 hours. What was that, Chris? What you were just talking about? Was it Fam Friday or was that on your show maybe? Maybe it was, I don't know, somewhere.
It
Just
wasn't on
recently.
mine, but like
I heard-
the thing I've always heard about autos is that although they are on that super hardcore just drive mode from beam pop, like um, you know, I'm still being I still was suggested to give them a short amount of darkness, so like to run the 20 on 4 off schedule, 20 hours lights on, 4 hours lights off. You can even run 22 and 2 hours off, like. But giving them that little bit of a break, I've always found has been beneficial.
Yeah, Nancy was saying that 20 and 2 is what she recommends. If I remember, she was talking about that on Saturday autos. Yeah,
Yep.
that might have been where you heard it. But yeah, because you know, I've run autos in the past, and I gave them 24 hours of light, and then I did another set where I did 20 and 4, and it was a little smaller, I will say, and I figured it was because of the less light, you know. But you know, there's something to say about them having that rest period, because isn't that when the leaves will droop and they'll rest a little bit? Then in the morning they stiffen way up, and then they start to wave and pump whenever the lights turn back on, and they pull up nutrients. Do you know about that, guys? Have you heard that?
So, I mean, yeah, if you ask my opinion, yeah, I noticed because I checked like even my indoor or my outdoor girls, like last season up there, the
Right.
outdoor bushes, man, I would go out at midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and just walk down the row, man, like walk through the greenhouse with my little green lamp on. And, yeah, you can physically see those plants go to sleep, as I call it, and then wake back up in the morning.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
But again, those are all photos that I mess with. But, I've seen autos do the same thing, the droop and the perk and the prey and I think a lot of that has to do a lot with
Did you say the droop and the twerk?
droop and the twerk and the shake and the shimmy. But no, man, in my opinion, yeah, I think a little bit of darkness is good. Like even in here, I'm running the 20 and 4. My buddy prefers 24, but I prefer, if I'm going to do anything close to that, it's going to be the 20 on and 4 off. Because in veg, like right now, my main drive is keep them transplanted and keep them moving and keep them growing, so I can just keep topping them. Because I'll just take these and just keep topping them and just let them keep bushing out. Because then when I take them and put them in the 30 or 40 gallon pots and they hit that sunlight, they're gonna blow up and start stretching enough for me to start training the way I want to. But yeah, man, I think any plant needs a little bit of darkness. It happens naturally on the planet every day, and that's where these things are accustomed to being grown at. So why mess with what's natural?
Yeah. Every time I think of something like that, I think, well, what sounds more natural for a plant to just grow in the wild? You know, and it makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so I cleaned an extra bottom so that I can set it on top of the seeds after I place these. It's not really planting the seeds. After I just spread the seeds out over this layer. First, I just grabbed the first bag. It's a Rambo purple radish. Rambo. So I've sprayed lightly the top of this dried out soil. It's really just going to serve as a grow medium. I just used RO water, but you don't really need any like nutrients.
So they don't have to like be sown into the soil. You can just spread them out.
Yep, you just spread them out from everything I've seen. Now, what I used last time was cocoa core, all broken up, but this should work just fine.
Oh yeah.
I was never used from the first time I had it all set up, and what I can do though is I can put this other tray to like give pressure to the roots or to the sprouts or to the seedlings, and it's probably good there. Probably more than I needed, but we'll see how it goes. I've seen it pretty packed. Like this is, it's a thin layer across the top.
Well, you want it pretty dense layer, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Although, being that I'm still in the sort of testing phases of how much to grow, I probably should stretch it out a little bit, but it's okay because we're gonna grow the first batch, at least a few batches of all the different kinds that I have, and it's all gonna just go to local restaurants. It's just gonna go to some of the places I've done reviews for already, some of the places that I've already talked to about it,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna go from there.
Oh yeah.
Maccabee's Microgreens coming to a restaurant near you, and
Oh yeah.
possibly grocery stores and such. But I should mark this though so that I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, the inaugural tray right here. Check it out. I mean, you've had small trays where you've grown them, over on the aquaponics table, but this is your first sheet, right?
I did grow some on a sheet once or twice, but not like I'm doing now, where it's actually going to be spread out more. Not spread out more, but more seeds, like a more dense carpet, I guess, or sort of like a grass carpet is a good way to put it. Rambo purple. So shouts out to Purple Harris Gardens. We'll use a purple tab.
Yeah.
We're going to use a purple tab for that. I got these like tabs, and I'm not sure why I can't access them, but wants me to use what the heck? Oh, I see. I had to pull the pink one out first. So we'll do that here. So I know what that is. I got broccoli, so that can be green. The peas can be like yellow.
And these are just normal like seed starter trays with the domes with the regular domes on top.
Well, there's these short domes. So I have another dome tray with the tall dome where you can put clones in there and things like that. And that's only one tray, and I don't even need to use it. But I think you're right. I think it's just regular seed starter domes. But I actually have I don't know if all the domes have the double vents on there.
Not all.
My auto's 8 and 6. Ronaldo says, "What's up, John? Hello." Over.
Hey, what's up?
I'm doing mine 8 and 6. He says, "Okay." That shimmy free zone violation has been noted. All right. I didn't think about where to put these temporarily while I'm on the screen, so I'll be right back.
You got it. Chris is patiently watering down there, slowly, as you should.
Man. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, I'm still over here just slowly soaking.
I am right back. I actually forgot. I need to do just a quick little spray to the seeds too. I sprayed the soil, but
I was going to ask you, but I thought that you already soaked it or something.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get too wet either, but no, I just kind of forgot that. I should see if I can just make this more of a spray. Nope.
Misty.
Yeah, guys, I thought about just starting to go live from in here. Like, I got a little table over here behind me, like with the laptop on it.
There you go.
I'd be on Wi-Fi and not like the hard wire for the router.
Do what I did, and I have like a 50-foot landline cable that just for whenever, like right now, actually, I ran it through my ceiling, through my floor upstairs where my router is, and across the ceiling in this room, and it goes to my computer. but that's more permanent. I just mean like you could just run it through the house during the during the live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could go up
You're
into
right.
the attic. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just mean
Back in the garage.
I just mean through the hallway for just temporarily. I guess that would be more annoying. I guess you're more of a handy guy. You'd probably be able to actually get it there through the wall or whatever. All right, we're good there. I think everything's got a little. This is just RO water, so it's nothing extra. I don't even think I would have to hit these seeds with Prime Superior if I'm doing microgreens, honestly. So, all right, I'm gonna go put it on its spot.
Chris, what is your pH at right now with what you're feeding?
With my water,
Yeah.
I do 6.3.
Okay. And that's with newts and everything mixed in, of course.
So yeah, even if I do, I'm not doing any newts right now on these particular ones because they just got transplanted today. So I'm just watering and settling those in for today.
Okay.
Next time they'll get newts, but today I'm just using recharge at the big dose and then pH my water to 6.3.
Money.
But yeah, even if I'm using nutrients in it, man, I'll keep it at 6.3. Yeah, and then as I get through like flower, I'll bump it up a little bit. But
even if it's like a living soil,
I don't know. I don't really do the living soils. I just
I've been told that 7 is fine for that, but I don't know.
Yeah. Like, and that's all a different world, though. You know what I mean? Because your living soil, you got stuff in there that depends on those certain pH levels. But that's the one thing I'm hoping to go with these grow dots and incorporating these grow dots is that you can just re-amend your soil by just taking it back, piling it back, and then just re-amending it with more grow dots. You can even filter through the soil and find the full dots of nutrients still, basically, and throw them out like the empty ones, and then reuse the full ones. But usually, if you go all the way through with the veg and flower with those, they should be depleted. But you can empty out, you can pick out all the empty casings and throw them away. What's his name? Scotty on Real Growers. He talks about that in one of the episodes.
Scotty from Real Growers? Not heard of that one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I only know about the Indoor Farmer episode 132. Guys, a lot of awesome engagement in the audience tonight. Really appreciate it, guys. Everybody does it a little differently, and that's what I want to see. I want to see how everybody does it because I'm not trying to pick one person and say, "Oh, I'm going to do how they do it." I want to see them all.
I like how you guys are even talking to each other and everything. That's good engagement. We love it.
So this is broccoli. I'm going to do the broccoli. Make it green. It's called 90% German broccoli, I guess. We'll say again.
Oh, German broccoli. Okay.
Medium/novice. It says Walham. Not sure.
I've never had broccoli microgreens either. I've just had broccoli, but I do like the little. I like all the green stuff that's on the broccoli. So I imagine I like
the broccoli. Yeah.
Yeah, the head. Yeah.
Because the broccoli is really small seeds, so I'm not trying to get it very wet. Now you're not going to see those prickly or those like heads that you're talking about, or like little tiny grapes. It looks like you're not going to see those on the microgreen.
Right.
It's just going to be little green shoots like you would see like in a fancy salad or something.
And technically, your microgreens are healthier for you than the actual broccoli itself, right?
Well, what they are is they are higher. They are more nutrient dense for the size and weight of the each each individual shoot or per pound or however you want to put it.
Nice.
More bang for your buck, basically.
Definitely. Faster, easier. Now you see a lot of, well, I see a lot of paid sponsors where they're trying to sell you a course on how to be a quick microgreen farmer, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. I like to have some mistakes under my belt too. I don't want to just follow somebody's plan, you know?
Yeah. It's the only way you
Yeah.
learn, man. Mess up
Right.
once or twice.
Well, not just that. It's not. It goes way beyond that because you learn, yes, but you can learn by doing what other people tell you too. But what you miss out on is you miss out on your opportunity to innovate and think outside of the box or think of no box, as Master Rochi puts it. You miss your chance to like build something new or create a new way to do something because you're putting yourself through. Because that's what most scientific achievements are mistakes that happen at some point, right?
Right.
Let's be honest. That's like literally most of them. Oh man, it's dirty.
Cullen says that sprout tea is supposed to be excellent for veg. You do the same microgreen process, mung bean, and then you grind them up in a blender with water for your plants, essentially sucking all that stored energy out and feeding it to your already established plant. Sprout tea.
Sprout tea. It's terrific.
So is that like Korean farming technique? Because with that, you would take like those sprouts and then you would ferment them and let them break down, and then like that's a concentrate you would add to water. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I've also seen it dried out and greens dried out and then like and made into like a powder that you can add to things that becomes like a concentrated. There's a couple companies that make something like that where, like, well, Smashly, you know, speaking of companies that do that with the Juice Plus, they are kind of trying to concentrate those nutrients into a smaller size.
What's up, Doc? Doc Holidays. How you doing?
In the house.
No, you don't want them to dry out because you need the acids. Okay.
Oh, I haven't needed acid since I was in high school, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to cover up the broccoli. I clean the other side because after the broccoli grows a little bit, or any of these after they grow, then you flip it over when it's like, how do I describe when that happens? It's basically when it's grown up enough that it's like sitting, if it's like standing up a little bit, like it's pushed it up off of the, you know, out of its tray, and then so then you can flip it over and it safely just covers it. So then it kind of puts pressure on it even further until it's fully grown. I guess I'm not sure if I should be putting the fully the bottom or the one with holes in it, but I guess we'll see. It almost doesn't need sunlight if it's gonna grow through this. I guess I can put the dome on after that. It's about 10 days, so we're talking. I mean, it's Monday, so it's going to be on episode 133. We'll check it all for its like 1 week grow and see what goes from there. What? This sounds like that toy, you know.
I was wondering if you could hear that.
Yep, I can hear it. What's
Alan,
Alan saying?
Alan Sheffer says that just so you know, Waylon, my mom used to grow pineapples in our backyard in Florida. I've got a lot of experience with them.
Oh, Florida hippie dude knows pineapples. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I'm about to know pineapples. I'm hoping that mine produces like 10 babies. Wouldn't that be some shit? Like the aquaponics system kind of makes it go insane and produces like 3 or 4, you know? Something a little bit more higher than average, I guess. I'm not sure what the average is really, but average is. All right. So this one's going to be the sweet peas, and they are much bigger. They're like the size of peas, basically, because they are peas that are dried out. It's an interesting one. I wonder if sweet peas actually make a flour if you let them go, because the seed is the sweet pea. So I don't know. I'm sure it does. It makes something that produces some kind of pollen or something that can. So that can technically be the flower, but it doesn't necessarily have to be also the seed. Interesting. I'd like to see. I might have to grow sweet peas just to like fully grow to the point where they're sweet peas. I guess I don't know, maturity. It might be the word. But microgreen sweet peas are really good too. They're sweet, obviously, and everybody likes sweet. Sugar sells, man. I can grow sweet peas as a refreshing snack for, you know, at events and things. I've already got ideas. I'm gonna grow sweet peas or different things, and you know, you can use ice in a cup, kind of keep them fresh, walking around. So spreading the peas. It would be cool to grow. It would be like coffee beans, or just beans that we make. What kind of beans is it when you have baked beans? That's not soybeans? That's what is that? It's not lima beans.
Are they legumes?
Legumes.
Legumes.
It's just baked beans. He's not telling the secret recipe of beans. A damn dog.
Oh, that's right. Max, is that his name?
Damn, tell me the damn recipe. So does anyone know? Navy beans.
I know.
A sloppy Joe, a sloppy Joe. Yeah, Diane coming in with the navy bean. Yeah, that might be right. Spreading peas everywhere. Yeah. The peas are getting spread. I'm trying to get a good even spread. So far, it's looking all right. It still feels light, but I don't want to use up all my peas in one basket. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could just pour more and more on there, but I'm also not trying to do that. Okay. Oh. Well, me and Sloppy Joe, we had a good life. I can't remember how it goes. Have you heard Adam Sandler's song about the phone, wallet, and keys?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's a good one.
I used to do that exact thing before I'd leave the house. It was like phone, wallet, keys.
Passport, phone, wallet, laptop, keys. Passport, phone, wallet, laptop, keys. All right. The last one we got is the Arugula Italian restaurant. Peppery, floral, awakening, amazing arugula. I love it. Have to get a little bit more water. Guys, hit that like button for arugula. You know it's underwritten. It's an very underwritten vegetable. It's a vegetable, and it's kind of like asparagus is like redheaded stepchild of a cousin. You know, it's like asparagus' sister brother or brother cousin.
Yeah. I don't care for asparagus at all.
Or arugula.
It's okay grilled. I've had it grilled before. and it's not so bad. Or like with
It's
bacon.
good for us though, man. It's good for men for sure. It promotes testosterone. Be right back.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I'm with you, SteveO. I like it grilled. I think the worst part of it is if you try to like just boil it like on your stovetop or something and try to because that it just gets then mushy and nasty.
Yeah, soggy ain't good. Nah. A little crispy.
On the grill and soggy inside with like butter and and all the good stuff. Then yeah, but like just boiled and stuff. No, like some boiled ass like Brussels sprouts. No, you gotta have that good smothered in butter with salt and pepper. I actually got some burgers. I'm gonna grill out some burgers tomorrow. Hope it's decent weather.
Oh man, I can't wait to get back to the spot, the camper, the grill, the fireplace, the fucking out in the middle of the woods living off a fire for food. I love that. Like SteveO.
Yo.
Oh, I thought you were muted again. My bad.
I'm gonna use no, that might be too much. Actually, the peas. Generally, the bigger the seed, the more weight they can take. So I'm actually putting the shut up.
The way you said that, you just reminded me of that movie Role Models.
Listen, children, come on now. All right.
Angle.
The angle of the angle. The broccoli is going to sit on top of the sweet peas. They're going to become good friends.
Will they grow like into each other, like around or into each other, and then you would just?
They're going to sit on top of each other because the sweet peas are a bigger seed. If you weren't laughing, you would have heard that one. So the bigger seed can take more weight. I've seen people put bricks on some of the bigger ones.
Oh wow!
Like literal, like put a brick on the tray that it's sitting on, or that's sitting on it. Okay, arugula can go. I don't know, orange. I'll go with orange arugula. Arugula is pretty tiny, so I don't think I can put a lot of weight on it. I'll put one of these trays that have a hole in them, or I don't know what to call the trays that have holes in them, like drainage trays, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd say. Yeah, I made a mind foul, and I made my coffee and put the cream in the cup and everything, and then I turned it on. But I came over here to turn my computer on to get stuff turned on for the meeting yesterday.
Fire and hole.
And I'm sitting here listening to the cup of coffee being made, not realizing I didn't put the cup underneath it, and it was just pouring coffee everywhere. And I didn't realize it until it was already done, and I went to get the cup, and it was everywhere.
Oh.
And Kelly's just finding out that right now that I didn't do a great job cleaning it up.
I just cleaned it 24 hours prior to him doing this.
She had just
I just
done
cleaned the whole fucking coffee station.
That's all. Something happens right after.
And I made a huge freaking mess, man. I mean, I was just sitting here getting online, just not giving a shit, listening to it, just splashing everywhere. And then finally, I was like, "Oh shit, that was pretty loud." I said, "Look,
Ooh, someone's swimming. Woo-hoo.
That's what you get for smoking in the morning."
That's right.
Don't blame Mary Jane.
Mary Jane's a good friend.
No, I see normies have those same brain farts all the time.
That just means she did her job.
Yeah,
that's right. She's a girl.
You can think
he's done that before, right, Joe? See, Joe always comes to my rescue, man. Joe's always like, I'm behind SteveO no matter what. No matter what stupid ass thing he says, he's
Presley.
Team SteveO.
What's up? We got Bean in the house. Bean, how are your plants going, man? I haven't seen I haven't caught any of his streams lately, but Bean's been growing as well.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it was a year ago. It was a year
Night,
ago.
Michelle.
Now we were probably all hanging out, and you were heading home from Illinois.
Comedy club.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bean was going to go to the VA thing. How'd that go, Bean? Did you end up going there still? If I'm not mistaken, they were going to go to the
the Virginia Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah, but they got canceled.
Yeah, the one that got canceled right at the last minute,
way.
kind of. Yeah, it sucks.
Oh,
A lot of
There
people.
was some other things that was still happened in the area, so I wonder if I only have one. But out of 3 that you started, okay, Strawberry Dream. So the other ones had issues or something. Hopefully, we learned from some good lessons from it or something like that.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened, if they got syphilis or whatever. I mean, nothing. You don't have to tell us. They stepped out on you. You're like, yeah, 2 of the plants just left. I came home one day, they were gone.
Oh shit. He said he got surgery tomorrow.
We just got booted off of X. I wonder if we got
Is it just timed out?
not that I know of. I wonder if somebody reported us. But no, that was both of us at the exact same time. I really don't. That's not.
Oh, the other 2 were male. Okay.
No, we're still live there. Okay, we're back. We're back up. It came back on. That's funny.
Glitch.
Just a glitch, yeah. Well, they're always changing the stuff over there on X as well. Elon's like, I think we're gonna try this now. And like just suddenly doing something new.
Oh wait,
keeps it interesting. It keeps it interesting to say the least. What, Chris?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, let's try this. Oh wait, that didn't work. Go back.
I mean, they definitely have things they could be working on that need to be done before other things be added, but a lot of people are saying that, and it is what it is, I guess. They like to add new things before they fix old glitches, just like other platforms.
Yeah. I'm slowly, man. I'm trying to get over there and play around a little more. That and Instagram, because I've never really messed with Instagram at all, ever.
Yeah, Instagram doesn't really do nothing for me.
I have my posts what go over there as well at the same time or whatever. So it, but I don't ever go over on Instagram. There's people that want to contact me solely through Instagram too, so I have to
that's weird.
to go over there, to check on messages that could be days old, sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's what I'm finding too. Like now that I'm trying to be more active over on the other platforms, I find that when I do finally check back in with them, I'm like, oh man, I guess I should turn the notifications on, huh?
All right,
I don't know. You're totally right though, man. Like they are completely different, but they're kind of the same, but they're different in their own little world. Especially trying to learn and how to navigate them or operate them is all different in its own little way.
Yeah, and it's really there's so many that you have to make decisions on why you even want to try another platform. If it's because you think people are on Instagram and that's why you want to check it. I personally don't like Instagram for what I do. It's not really good for podcasting. So it's just not. I do cross post stuff from Facebook, and other people do have connections on Instagram, but not elsewhere. So they, like SteveO said, that's the only place that I can contact them or whatever. So there's that, but otherwise, like, it's just not something for me. But I think there are other people that do put a lot more pictures into their content. I'm trying to do that more with my page, my other page, but it's hard to do all this at the same time,
Yeah.
But
Well,
now we got,
like if you get into trying to keep up with every platform out there and keep active on every one of them, it's almost like a full-time job.
I'll try to keep active on at least 3. Semi-active on a couple others. Like I'll post once a month or something, or cross-share something, or
Right.
I used to like Minds more, but Minds like X is basically taking over what Minds could even offer. So back to X. So that kind of consolidates it a little bit. Twitch is basically worthless. I do post. We are on Kick. Shouts out to Kick. I'm up to like 42 followers on Kick. Kick is supposedly cannabis friendly, but their algorithm just sucks, and you don't really get seen by new people. And I guess I should go check and see if anyone commented on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm up to 43 followers. Hey, shouts out to Catch a Dub. Catch a Dub followed me a day ago. Shouts out. The real Greg Lopez followed me on Kick. G-Lo's over on Kick? That's crazy. And nobody also followed me. So shouts out to nobody.
I've never signed up for that platform.
Kick? Yeah, shouts out to Twisted Cannabis. They use Kick and got me to check it out. And Kick has a lot of in-depth stuff. Like they literally, I don't know how to do it, but if you watch Twisted Cannabis's live, you can gamble in the chat with points from interacting, and then you can fight each other in the chat, and these little characters pop up and do have this little fight scene, and you see which one of you wins, and it's all based upon these points you earn by just being there, interacting, and doing things and being at that in their life. So like definitely something I would love to have somebody doing in the background for us during the show. Like it's not something I would run during it because we're trying to put up, we have information to go over or whatever, but their show's more of just live hanging out, and they're doing giveaways and games and stuff. So it works out with them, but it would be something I'd have like an engineer doing in the background, like letting them like monitor the chat and stuff. Are you going to be able to StreamYard still with the new rules? I don't know, Lisa May. I'm seeing a lot of things. What I read initially was that it's only in groups. They're only keeping you from going live in groups. And honestly, I don't really go live in groups on StreamYard anymore. I share into some groups, but I don't think it's going to affect me. And if they take it away from Facebook altogether, fuck it. I'll probably just share my live into Facebook from wherever else I'm streaming from Rumble, from X, whatever. I'm not gonna do just Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. I don't know what I would do about that. SteveO, any thoughts on that one?
No, I mean, I figure, I'll just go live to my page and share from my page into the group. We can.
But what if they take it away from that too, though?
Yeah,
people talking about that they're saying that it's all of Facebook. Period. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I can. There's a lot more available on your page too. A lot bigger and better stuff if you can work on it and make your page.
The only thing I saw was relevant to the groups. Like I think the pages, the profiles, the professional pages, profiles, and all that. Like you can still go live on those. I think it's just a group restricted thing.
That's it.
Yeah, because when that pop-up for StreamYard showed up, I was trying to add the clone group to the Grow Fam lineup so I could do my live the other day. And it just set it on group. Like if I tried to add the destination of a group, it made that pop up, but everything else, it would let me attempt to add a new destination.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could download OBS Studios. That's what I use to go live. If you wanted to go live without StreamYard, but with your computer and on the, but you'd have to learn. I mean, it takes a little bit to learn. I know SteveO was messing with it as well, but
I can't understand it at all. I need to be shown how to use it. It's
Okay.
it's mind blowing to me.
Well, there are tutorials, and I can maybe try to help you too. But like, I know maybe I'm like an infant on it, but I do use it for game night. That's how I move the pieces around and all that. So like I know some of it, but it can be done like pretty basic as well, like for just to use it to stream somewhere. Anyway, we're getting in the weeds, but let's get going, guys. Chris,
Right on.
brother, appreciate for hanging out. Like we always love to see the men at work in the garden. That's what we're trying to popularize here. We don't want people, because for some reason most people think of farms and farmers as this far off place, this far off person out in the middle, out in the field. We got to bring that person to people's living rooms, and that's the goal. So thanks for coming up and sharing your wisdom. SteveO,
No problem,
thanks again, man. Great show. Got anything, my man? What's up? We got SteveO on Wednesday. Come check them out. The Peace News and Views. Did I miss another? The other two were male. Oh, the other two were male. Okay, that's earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Anyway, but yeah, you got.
Forget me tomorrow night.
Yeah, you got Talk It Out Tuesday tomorrow night on the Grow Fam and in Purple Hairs Gardens. Got to go check out the page Purple Hairs Gardens and follow that. And yeah, because the group. Yeah, get in the group, I guess, but it's gonna, like, if that messes things up, we'll have to just follow everybody's pages. But
yeah, just make it easy. Follow the group and the page.
all of it.
And
send your Cash App. No, okay. All right, guys. Oh wait, what am I saying? I didn't do the spins. I got to do the spins real quick, but it doesn't matter if people are here or not, so we'll just do it real fast. My bad. I didn't want to drag this out, but we definitely have to do the spins. The first spin will be for the Superior Wreaths and Engravings. Superior Wreaths and Engravings was the sponsor from Game Night that we forgot to give away. So that's this first one.
On the screen. Oh yeah. Good luck.
This won't take long. Luckily, these giveaways are so much faster since it was, it's a week-long process of people going over there. Well, actually, did somebody comment while I was? Oh yeah, Joe did comment. Joe, I will make sure I get you and Mama Rochi on and Bean. Oh geez, everyone got in. Well, see, that's why it's hard for during the show here. I did look at it earlier, and I was checking it earlier. My bad. I'll get all three of you in on the next one. What'd you say, SteveO?
Oh, Timothy, he was thanking me for his game night prize. You're welcome. Yeah.
Shouts out. So SteveO is one of the sponsors for game night. And also shouts out to Rock and Ron. She's our newest member. She got to play and also win something. She won some hippie bucks. Okay, so number 4 was, and then I gotta add you all in. I'm sorry, I didn't see it until after. That's probably after the last time I brought it up. Number 4 is Michael Gray. Let me write down Michael Gray episode.
Congratulations, Michael.
Michael's got a swag pack coming for me as well. Superior wreaths and engravings. And actually, why not play the video from Superior Wreaths Engravings, because she was nice enough to make it, and I like that she shows off what she does there at her shop. She has a physical location in Quincy, Illinois. It's about a minute long, and it's just Kelly from Superior Wreaths and Engravings. Let's play this real quick.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly from Superior Wreaths and Engraving, hopping on to congratulate our weekly winner.
They just had their anniversary recently.
The code that you receive for our website will never expire, so you can use that code at any time. For those of you who are watching and you've never heard of us before, we are a full-service laser engraving business located right here in Quincy, and we just opened up our first storefront this past October called the Engraved Hive, located at 735 State Street in Quincy, Illinois. I'm actually covering the store right now, so what you see right behind me is our full service hat bar, where we engrave and press patches for both personal and business use. But our business does not just stop there. We do a lot of work with wood, acrylic, glass, and
you're welcome to tag them.
We're going to be working on a lot of tumblers. So if you need anything, feel free to get a hold of us at Superior Wreaths and Engraving on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for participating. Thank you for watching, and good luck to our future winners.
I didn't want to interrupt. Yeah, you guys are welcome to tag Michael Gray. You're welcome to tag Superior Wreaths and Engravings. It's all done off of the Hash and Dash immunity for being paid supporters of the Indoor Farmer Locals community. Or you can also subscribe on Rumble or subscribe on Facebook. I think X, I'll be able to have subscriptions. Really, anywhere that you subscribe will get you into game night. But okay, so Elisa May was number 12. Looks like Via Indy Hole is number 13. You are lucky number 13 for Bean. Lucky number 13 for Bean. Okay, and Mama Rochi. Wasn't there another one? I'm missing another one. You are number 14. I thought I saw a third person. All right, let me check one more time. Lisa May, Margaret. I got Margaret. I got SteveO. You're number 10. I'm seeing things. So so that's just two people I added. Bean from Fire in the Hole and Mama Rochi on there. Awesome. So I need to add 13 and 14 to the wheel. Remove. This wheel goes for all week, and I'll do this spin at least one or two more times through the week. And I'm going to do this every week. So just get used to it. This is the best thing to do for people that can't stop through and watch the show all the time. So everybody who's watching right now, I do appreciate you guys watching, but this is something that you can do every week without having to know when I go live or have time to watch it, or, be available, whatever it is. You don't have to be here. You can just get yourself into it. I literally am telling people, I've told a few people that still haven't jumped in there, and it's like simple as jumping over on a different app that they already have. Shouts out to my son's mother. I'm like, you signed up, you should get in on the giveaway. Didn't do it. So, all right, good luck. This will be the last spin. Jenny, what do you mean I'm here? What are you saying? I would love to see you on this wheel, Jenny, back in the locals community. It would be great. Shouts out to Gerald for stepping up to the pro membership so he could be a team captain yesterday. And he won for being a team captain, and then also won a spin for from me, which gave him 2.5 months time. Number one.
Got it.
Number one, I know who that is. Perry Wood. Perry Wood has been number one like 3 weeks in a row on that post. Congrats, Perry. You guys are welcome to tag Perry if you want. If anyone knows Perry. I think he might have won this last week too. If we can continually get more signups, guys, then it just can keep going. But otherwise, I don't know how long I'll be able to keep doing 3 a week of giving cash away. Possibly, if we, like I said, if it keeps moving in that direction, and we somehow keep getting having people jump in, and I think it would work well. Perry is here because Perry chills and hangs out, and he likes the content. So shouts out, brother. Appreciate you. But yeah, appreciate everybody for being members. Chris is a member. Chris is actually already shot. He's already pointed his Babe Ruth bat to the stadiums and said he's coming for Timothy next week on the full out battle royale. If we got room for two more team captains. I believe Michelle Paris wanted to play, and if anybody else wants to be team captain, let me know. I'd want to set that up ahead of time, so I might start talking about it a little bit more often and throughout the week, as far as like people to be captains, because everybody actually is doing really well with the post to be players on locals that I'm making a post, and I don't know, SteveO, if you've seen that, but I'm doing a post right before game night, 30 minutes before, and everybody's going over there commenting, and then that's the list I pick people from. I don't have to go over into StreamYard and like sift through the comments to find players. So anyway, enough said. Let's get out of here now. The 2 winners are spun. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Remember, guys, everybody on the planet has to eat, right? Have a good night.